Hello and welcome to AUC News. This is Islam Gouda. Egyptian director Abu Bakr Shawqi, political science AUC graduate, has been the talk of the town since with his film Yom Ad-Din. Shawqi's Yom Ad-Din has recently won Variety's Middle East and North Africa Talent of the Year award at El Gona Film Festival. The film tells the story of a Coptic leper and his orphaned apprentice who leave the confines of the leper colony for the first time and embark on a journey across Egypt to search for what is left of their families. The movie also received the Best Arabic Narrative Feature Cinema for Humanity Award at El Gona Film Festival. Yom Ad-Din did its world premiere at the 2018 Cannes Film Festival, where it was also nominated for the Palme d'Or and won the François Chalet Prize.
This is my first film. Specifically, it shows a different side of Egypt. It shows Egypt not in the usual way that we see, which is a very touristy way. It shows it in a very real way, just regular people doing regular things. We weren't trying to make any big political statements. There is usually an expectation about Middle Eastern films that has to be about politics or religion. It has to have these big statements, and we just wanted to make a film about humans doing human things.
The Egyptian Oscars jury just announced selecting Abu Bakr Shawqi's Yom Ad-Din to officially represent Egypt at the 91st Academy Awards for Best Film in Foreign Language. AUC Library is calling for participation for the International Games Day, joining other libraries around the world. AUC Library will be presenting the 4th International Games Day, the IGD, on Wednesday, November 7 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. This is a call for all AUC game inventors and designers to present their games at International Games Day at the AUC Library.
I signed up to join the international game, and I think it will benefit us in learning and motivation as it helps us interact with diverse peers.
This year, the activities will be held in the outdoor area surrounding the library building. The AUC American football and rugby teams have now been terminated or are no longer considered as AUC teams. The reason behind the termination from the AUC's perspective is that the sport is dangerous and serious injuries can take place. This made it difficult for the rugby and American football teams, as they are now in the phase of switching from a university team to a club, which takes a month minimum to happen. The teams already started practicing at a school field until they find a place for themselves.
The decision that has been taken by the university kind of disappointed us as a team, especially that last semester we talked to them and said they agreed that if we play flag football and not tackle on campus, they're going to allow us on the field.
The teams are doing their best to stay focused to keep the team going and are still determined in participating in the league. The Sharjah Art Gallery opens its doors to a new exhibition at the AUC new campus on the 3rd of October. The exhibit, Concrete Poetry in Space by Hazem al-Mastakawi, features work which explores minimalism, language, craft, architecture, and poetics with ordinary materials like paper and cardboard. Organized by the Moss Research for Modern and Contemporary Art Institute in great collaboration with the AUC Visual Arts program, the artwork will be displayed at the gallery till the 18th of October. Mr. Kawi's work has been regularly praised highly, having been featured in a few international museums. When the AUC Visual Arts program was asked for the particular reason Mr. Kawi's work was chosen,
for a particular type of artist who works based on research, who does research-based work, which is something that we want to enforce within our curriculum. So that was one aspect. Secondly, the aesthetic aspect of Hazem's work, which is wonderful and is something that the students need to be exposed to.
Make sure to go and check out the exhibit anytime from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. on weekdays. Admission is free to all. This year's Graduate Study Fair, held on Saturday, the 29th of September, featured new schools for students to choose from. Amongst the schools were Harvard Graduate School of Education, New York Film Academy, as well as the London School of Economics and Political Science, and many more. Students who are interested in pursuing a graduate degree participated in round-table meetings and information sessions with university representatives that cover the application process. The graduate study program will help students start a career, improve employability, as well as gain knowledge and intellect.
So the graduate study fair is held once every year. It's held annually every semester, every fall semester. The benefit of the graduate study fair is that it brings together universities from different regions, including universities from Germany, universities from the UK, universities, international universities as well, to talk about the programs that they have to offer. And also we have participating organizations that talk about the different funding opportunities, that talk about the various scholarships that they manage or offer, and also give the students or anybody interested in graduate studies an overall sort of idea about the programs that they're looking for and some of the relevant funding opportunities.
I attended several sessions in the graduate fair, and I think it was very informative. I got to know about many scholarships and fellowships, and in different areas, for example in Europe and USA and in other parts. And I also met with representatives of several universities that I might consider having a master's in. So it was a very nice experience.
Further prepare students for work, students should also keep an eye out for the employment fair that is coming up in November. This week, AUC celebrated the successful reaffirmation of accreditation by the Middle States Commission of Higher Education. The university received a 10-year accreditation reaffirmation, which is the highest level of reaffirmation MSCHE can grant. AUC is now among over 500 worldwide institutions accredited by the MSCHE, including Cornell, New York, and Columbia universities. This reaffirmation also makes AUC the first in Egypt and the fourth in the Middle East to get accredited by this association. In celebration of the accreditation, AUC held a panel gathering President Ricciardoni, Egyptian Minister of Higher Education Khaled Abdel Ghaffar, along with other members of AUC's board. During the event, Ricciardoni mentioned some of the significant accomplishments that granted AUC the accreditation. These include the establishment of career centers around Egypt.
What's important here that we are celebrating the reaffirmation of the accreditation by a highly respectable agency, which is the Middle State Commission on Higher Education. This means that whatever was presented and accredited in the terms of curriculum and all the student facilities provided here in the US and the AUC to the students is very much to the international standards.
Improving the enrollment process and implementation of co-curricular transcript. This is not the first time that AUC takes the lead. In 2011, AUC was the first university in Egypt to be accredited at the institutional level by the National Authority for Quality Assurance and Accreditation of Education. After being rebranded from the Black Student Association to the American Heritage Association, the Graduate Club held its first get-together party last Thursday. The party gathered old club members together with the new ones in an effort to connect those passionate about African heritage, while at the same time help present its new brand to the wider AUC community. The gathering included briefs shared by each member about their own country, together with karaoke and an amazing African dance circle that everyone enjoyed.
Today's event is really important. It's just kind of an exposure to the club, and again, just for recognition that, you know, we are all here on the campus, and regardless of where we come from the continent, you know, we do have this shared identity as Africans.
The event included showing some colorful African costumes alongside the authentic African music that kept running in the background, while traditional Egyptian food was offered in a colorful setting that filled the air with joy. Once more, the AUC makes it clear that it is the place to witness such diversity, a place where everyone gets to know, learn, get along, and party. The Student Senate is changing AUC's constitution since it has many loopholes in the hopes of easing the lives of the students. Rasha Fayed, the founder of CRC committee, is working on forming a committee strong enough to study and change the whole student constitution.
Developing the CRC committee, which stands for Constitution Review Committee. Our job is to review the constitution and change it as we see necessary.
The whole committee is going on a 5-day retreat outside of Cairo to solely focus on changing the constitution and not have any distraction.
On campus for almost a month, and then next month we'll be traveling. We're not very sure about the location, but we'll be traveling for the duration of 4 to 5 days, and we will be changing everything in the constitution.
Students are hopeful these changes will fix the obvious loopholes that are in the constitution and ease the university experience. This was all for today. Thank you for watching.